Imagine standing on a perfectly flat, green expanse of earth.
Oh, that sounds incredibly peaceful.
It really is. You look up, and instead of a rolling horizon, you see these giant, green, rocky mountains.
Shooting straight up into the clouds, right?
Exactly. Almost like giant stone fingers.
Yeah.
And there is a famous saying in China about this exact place. Guilin's scenery is the best under heaven.
Wow. That is a massive claim.
It is. It basically means, you can search the entire earth and you will not find a more beautiful landscape anywhere.
I love that.
So today, we are taking a deep dive into the visual masterpiece of Guilin, a beautiful city in the south of China.
And we're doing this a little differently today, aren't we?
We absolutely are. We are moving at a very slow, relaxed pace. We want you, our listener, to really visualize this incredible place.
Right, like we are just two friends sharing a travel story over coffee.
Exactly. And along the way, we're going to help you naturally pick up some essential English travel phrases. So, are you ready to jump in?
I am so ready, because when someone claims a place is the best under heaven, you really have to look closely at what makes it so totally different from anywhere else.
Right. So let us start by painting the picture of this landscape.
Good idea.
In Guilin, you have these incredibly flat, peaceful, green rice fields stretching out, and then out of nowhere, these mountains just explode straight upward.
It is such a striking contrast.
It is. There are clear rivers winding around the base of the rocks, small farming villages, and, water buffaloes walking slowly through the mist.
It sounds literally exactly like one of those traditional Chinese ink paintings come to life.
It really does. But here's where I get confused.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, when I look closely at the materials for this deep dive, these mountains are shaped like narrow columns, like fingers.
Right, very vertical.
But I always learned in school that mountains are formed by tectonic plates crashing together, pushing the earth up into these massive, wide, gently sloping peaks.
That is exactly the right assumption to make for normal mountains.
Yeah. So how does the earth push rock up into a thin, vertical column?
Well, it actually doesn't. It is the exact opposite process here.
Wait, the opposite?
Yeah. These mountains were not pushed up into this shape. The shape you see is, it's what was left behind after everything else was washed away.
Washed away by water.
Yes. But to understand this, we need to introduce our first key vocabulary word for today.
Oh, perfect. Let's slow down a bit for this one.
Good idea. These are a unique geological formation known as karst mountains.
Karst mountain. Let me make sure I'm saying that clearly. Karst.
Exactly, karst. And what makes karst mountains so unique is the specific material they are made of. They're made almost entirely of limestone.
Let's emphasize that word too, limestone.
Right, limestone. Now, you might know limestone as a building material.
Yeah, it's pretty common. But what does that have to do with being washed away?
Well, limestone has a very interesting vulnerability. It dissolves in water.
Wait, really? Hard rock dissolves in water?
Yes, over a very long time. You see, normal rainwater absorbs a little bit of carbon dioxide from the air as it falls.
Okay, I follow you.
This turns the rain into a very, very weak acid.
Oh, wow. So every time it rains in Guilin, a very mild acid is falling on these limestone mountains.
Precisely. Millions of years ago, this entire area was a massive flat block of limestone.
It's just one giant block.
Yep. Then, over millions of years, the rain fell. It formed rivers, and slowly, chemically, it ate away the softer parts of the rock.
Inch by inch.
Exactly. Year by year.
That is just so hard to wrap my mind around, the sheer patience of nature.
It is incredible.
So the tall, finger-like mountains we see today are just, the hardest pillars of limestone that survived all that rain?
You nailed it. They stand straight up because the water carved away everything around them.
Almost like a sculptor taking a giant block of stone and just, carving away everything until only a tall statue is left.
That is a brilliant analogy. And since water is the actual artist that shaped this entire world, it makes complete sense that the best way to experience it is by traveling on the water itself.
Oh, absolutely. The same water that carved those mountains is still flowing right at the base of them today.
Yes, it is. In Guilin, you have to travel on the Lai River.
The Lai River. I read that it flows about 80 kilometers from Guilin down to a beautiful, smaller nearby town called Yangshuo.
That is right. But you do not just jump on a loud modern speedboat to get there.
No, I imagine that would ruin the peaceful atmosphere.
Totally. To truly appreciate the quiet beauty, you should take the traditional local transport.
Which brings us to our next important phrase. Let's really slow down here.
Good call. You take a traditional bamboo raft.
A bamboo raft. Let me say it one more time. Bamboo raft. Are we talking about actual pieces of hollow wood tied together?
Traditionally, yes. Long, thick pieces of local bamboo lashed together to form a flat, floating platform.
That sounds so rustic.
Today, many are made of safer materials, designed to look just like bamboo. But the feeling is exactly the same.
And how long does that journey take?
The trip from Guilin to Yangshu takes about 4 hours.
4 hours. Just floating gently down the river, sitting so close to the water.
It is incredibly relaxing.
I can just imagine the boatmen using a long pole to push against the shallow riverbed. You hear the water rushing right beneath your feet.
It is so quiet.
I imagine this feels essentially like floating through an endless art gallery.
I love that gallery analogy. It really is.
Like every time the river bends, every new angle gives you a completely different painting.
Yes, because the water is often very calm, it acts like a giant mirror.
Oh, I bet the reflections are stunning.
They are.
Yeah.
The green limestone peaks, the blue sky, the white clouds, it all perfectly reflects on the surface of the Lai River.
You look forward, it is a masterpiece. You look backward, it is a completely different masterpiece.
Exactly. And then after 4 hours of this beautiful floating gallery, you arrive in Yangshu.
And from what I read, the whole perspective shifts when you arrive there.
It really does. You move from the water to the land.
Because Yangshu is famous for its cycling routes, right?
Yes. Visitors rent bicycles and ride right along the quiet, flat countryside roads.
That sounds like an absolute dream. You step off the bamboo raft, get on a bicycle, and pedal right between those giant finger mountains.
Right through the small farming villages.
And through those beautiful, bright green bamboo forests, you have the wind in your hair, the smell of the fresh countryside air.
And it completely changes how you understand the scale of Guilin.
How so?
Well, when you are on the river, you see the wide view. You see the whole landscape.
Right.
But when you ride a bicycle right at the absolute bottom of these giant karst mountains, looking straight up, you finally realize just how massively tall they are.
I imagine you feel very, very small.
You do. It is a totally different relationship with the landscape.
So we have talked about the water flowing around the mountains and shaping their outsides. We even saw photos of Elephant Trunk Hill, which is this famous mountain where the river actually carved a giant archway right through the solid stone.
Yes, making it look exactly like an elephant dipping its trunk in the river to drink.
The names are so creative, but the water does not just flow on the outside of the mountains, does it?
No, it doesn't. That is a crucial point. The water seeps into the ground.
It goes inside the mountains.
Yes, it finds tiny cracks in the limestone. And because that water is still slightly acidic, it continues to dissolve the rock from the inside.
Wow.
Over millions of years, the water hollows out the inside of the mountains, creating massive underground cave systems.
So the mountains are literally hollow, like a giant stone Swiss cheese.
That is a perfect way to describe it. And the most famous of these caves in Yangshu is called Flute Cave.
I looked at photos of Flute Cave, and it is completely surreal.
It really is something else.
It is not just a dark, scary hole in the ground. They have installed this incredible lighting system.
Oh, the lights make it magical.
Yeah, they use bright, colorful lights, deep reds, bright blues, purples, greens, to illuminate all the rock formations. It looks like an underground dream world.
The lighting really highlights the complex textures inside. Specifically, it eliminates the incredible formations hanging down from the roof of the cave.
Which brings us to our next big vocabulary word. Let's slow our pace down again.
Yes, let's take our time. These hanging rock formations are called stalactites.
Let me repeat that clearly. Stalactite.
Good. Stalactite.
Wait, I always get this confused. Is it stalactites or stalagmites? How do I remember which is which?
Oh, that is a great question. The easiest way to remember is the spelling.
Okay, lay on me.
Stalactites has a C in it. C for ceiling, they hang down from the ceiling.
Ah, C for ceiling.
And stalagmite has a G in it. G for ground, they grow up from the ground.
Stalactites with a C for ceiling. Okay, I definitely got it now. So how do these stalactites form? Are they basically just like winter icicles but made entirely of solid rock?
Structurally, they look just like winter icicles. But the mechanism is fascinating. Remember how the rainwater dissolves the limestone?
Yes, it slowly eats the rock away.
Right. So that water is now carrying dissolved rock inside it.
Okay.
When a single drop of that water seeps through the ceiling of the cave, it hangs there for just a moment before falling.
Just a single drop.
Yes. And while it hangs there, a tiny bit of the water evaporates. leaving behind a microscopic ring of rock.
Oh, I see. So it takes the rock from the top of the mountain and redeposits it inside the cave.
Exactly, drop by drop. Over millions of years, these drops build up to form massive, beautiful rock icicles.
Nature is truly the greatest artist.
It is a beautiful cycle. And because every single drop of water takes a slightly different path, every single stalactite is completely unique. Nothing is exactly the same.
Nothing is exactly the same. That is so poetic.
It really makes you appreciate them.
But I have to say, after floating on a bamboo raft for 4 hours, cycling through bamboo forests, and then walking through giant glowing caves,
Let me guess. You're hungry?
I am incredibly hungry.
Well, Guilin has a culinary tradition that is just as deeply connected to the local environment as the mountains are.
Yes, let us talk about the food. Because you cannot truly know a place until you eat what the locals eat.
So true. We have to introduce our final vocabulary phrase here.
Let's slow down for this delicious phrase.
We are talking about rice noodles.
Rice noodles. I can almost taste them.
This dish is the lifeblood of the city. The local people eat these for breakfast every single day.
Now, most noodles that I am familiar with are made from wheat flour. Why rice noodles here?
It comes down to geography. Guilin is in the south of China, where the climate is wet, warm, and humid.
Ah, so it's the perfect environment for growing rice, not wheat.
Exactly. So the local diet is built around rice flour. And because they are made from rice, the noodles have a very distinct texture.
What is the texture like?
They are incredibly smooth, almost slippery, and just slightly chewy.
Smooth, slightly chewy. That sounds so satisfying.
It really is.
But a noodle is only as good as what you put on it. What is the flavor profile like?
Oh, it is deeply savory and warming. The secret is the broth. The soup is made with pork, and then they add a specific blend of local spices, fresh ginger, and crunchy roasted peanuts on top.
Pork broth, fresh ginger, and peanuts.
Yep.
Just imagine waking up on a cool, misty morning in Guilin. You step outside, you see the karst mountains covered in a light fog, and you sit down to a steaming hot bowl of ginger and pork broth with those smooth rice noodles.
That sounds absolutely
It
perfect.
sounds so incredibly comforting.
It is the ultimate comfort food. The dish is actually so renowned that many visitors come to Guilin just to eat the noodles.
Wait, really? Just for breakfast?
Yes, proving that Guilin is the perfect blend of natural beauty and delicious food.
I am sold. So we have explored the geology of the finger-shaped mountains, we have floated down the Li River,
We understand the caves.
and we can practically taste the warm, spicy rice noodles. Now, we need to give you, the listener, the practical tools to actually do this.
Exactly. If you are going to take this dream trip, you need to know how to navigate it in English.
So we are going to walk you through 5 highly practical travel questions. You will use these every day in Guilin.
We are going to speak extra slowly here.
Yes, we will leave a distinct pause after each question. During that pause, we really encourage you to repeat the sentence out loud.
Here is the first phrase. Imagine you are standing at the river dock and you want to ask about the price.
Nice and slow now.
How much is a bamboo raft ticket?
Let's give you a moment to say that.
Good.
Here is the second phrase. You are planning your morning and you need to ask about time.
Very useful.
What time does the Live River cruise start?
Take a second to try saying that.
Excellent.
Now here is the third phrase. You are about to enter the beautiful reed flute cave and you want to ask about the rules.
Always good to be respectful.
Can you take photos in reed flute cave?
Go ahead and repeat that one.
Great job.
Here is the fourth phrase. Honestly, this might be the most important one if you are hungry.
Oh, definitely.
Where is the best place to eat rice noodles?
Try saying that out loud.
Perfect.
Finally, here's the fifth phrase. You are trying to plan your travel route and you need to ask about distance.
Right.
Is Yangshuo far from Guilin?
Take a moment for this last one.
Fantastic.
You did a fantastic job. Keeping those 5 questions handy will help you explore the rivers, the caves, and the restaurants with total confidence.
It really gives you the freedom to step off the guided path.
So let us bring this all together as we wrap up our deep dive today.
That's good.
Guilin is a place where nature paints its masterpiece and where every mountain, river, and cave tells a story that is millions of years old.
And exploring that ancient history leads to a final thought I want you to ponder today.
Oh, what is that?
It is the incredible contrast of time.
The contrast of time.
Yes. Think about it. The limestone karst mountains and the beautiful rock icicle stalactites took millions of years of slow, invisible water dripping to form their shapes.
Millions and millions of years.
Exactly. Yet, as a traveler today, you get to appreciate all that ancient, slow history in just a single, peaceful, 4-hour boat ride.
Oh, wow. That is a profound thought. Millions of years of creation experienced in just one afternoon.
It really makes you value the experience so much more.
It does. Well, before we go, we have a quick challenge for you, the listener. We want you to put your new English skills to use right now.
Yes, we want you to imagine that you are in Guilin right now. The sun is shining, the river is clear, and you have the whole day ahead of you.
We challenge you to write 3 sentences in English about what you want to do.
For example, you could write, I want to float on a bamboo raft.
Or, I want to see Elephant Trunk Hill.
Or simply, I want to eat rice noodles.
Write your 3 sentences down and please share them in the comments. We would love to read what your perfect day in Guilin looks like.
Remember, learning a language is exactly like traveling.
Yeah.
You just have to take it one step at a time, enjoy the scenery around you, and do not be afraid to speak up.
That is beautiful advice. You absolutely can visit Guilin and speak English confidently there.
Thank you so much for slowing down and taking this journey with us today. Keep practicing those phrases.
We hope you enjoyed floating through this endless natural gallery. Have a wonderful trip, and we will catch you on the next deep dive.
Goodbye, everyone.